The country beefed up its naval presence in its territorial waters after sightings of something suspicious in the Baltic Sea.
The depths of the ocean hold many mysteries just waiting to be uncovered. From enigmatic shipwrecks to traces of ancient civilizations and bizarre marine creatures, the deep blue sea houses many wonders, some amazing, some spine-chilling. While the vast expanse of the ocean is still largely unexplored, discoveries pop out all the time. Let's explore what sailors accidentally discovered in the middle of the ocean and how these revelations offer valuable insights into our planet's history, shed light on unknown realms, and occasionally leave us scratching our heads in wonder. Let's get started. Number 20. La Jument Lighthouse. La Jument, meaning the Mar, is a historic lighthouse situated in Brittany, northwestern France. Perched on a rock, it stands over 900 feet from the coast of the island of Ouessant. This part of the Brittany coast has long been notorious among sailors for its treacherous waters. The lighthouse dates back to the tragic wreck of the SS Drummond Castle in 1896, which resulted in numerous fatalities. Plans to construct the La Jument were initiated in response to this disaster. Construction commenced in 1904. However, the project encountered significant challenges due to the harsh conditions. Despite these obstacles, the lighthouse was finally completed in 1911. Following this, the La Jument played a vital role in enhancing maritime safety in the region. Nevertheless, Brittany's west coast remains among Europe's most perilous seas. In 1989, during a severe storm, a monumental wave crashed against the lighthouse, and this event was immortalized by photographer Jean Guichard. His captivating image garnered global recognition, becoming an iconic representation of lighthouses worldwide. Automation has since replaced lighthouse keepers, and the La Jument has been unmanned since 1991.
But I beg to differ. Look at that lighthouse keeper. What can possibly be boring about a life like that?
Number 19. The discovery of HMS Erebus and HMS Terror. After years of searching, the lost HMS Erebus and HMS Terror were finally discovered in 2014 and 2016, respectively. These ships were tied to Sir John Franklin's ill-fated expedition to the Arctic in 1845. Franklin wanted to locate the Northwest Passage, a navigable seaway connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. He embarked on this journey with both ships fully equipped and manned by experienced crews. After 2 years with no communication from Franklin's expedition, a search party was dispatched. Unfortunately, the mission failed to locate the ships. It wasn't until the 1850s that a note was discovered revealing partial details of the journey. It is believed that both ships reached Cape Herschel. However, Franklin died shortly thereafter, and the surviving crew abandoned the ships in 1848 due to starvation and scurvy. Most of them perished while trekking along the coast of King William Island. Recent dives led by underwater archaeologists from Parks Canada in collaboration with the Inuit Heritage Trust have yielded further discoveries from the wrecks of the two ships. Among the findings are well-preserved artifacts shedding light on the ill-fated Franklin expedition, including personal items, navigational instruments, and ship components. These discoveries provide invaluable insights into the lives of the crew and the circumstances surrounding their tragic journey through the Arctic. Number 18. The mummy of a German sailor. On a remote island in the Philippines, the locals came across a chilling and unsettling sight one fateful morning. Anglers from the community stumbled upon a drifting yacht, but what they discovered inside was the stuff of nightmares, the mummified remains of a German sailor named Manfred Fritz Bajoret. The discovery of his remains sent ripples of horror through the local community and also captured the attention of the world. Investigators then delved into the circumstances surrounding his demise. A seasoned sailor with over 2 decades of experience navigating the world's oceans, Bajoret had embarked on a solitary journey. This decision came after significant personal upheavals in his life, including a divorce and the tragic loss of his ex-wife. His yacht, named the SEO, offered solace and solitude in equal measure. Bajoret's remains initially gave the impression that he had been deceased for an extended period. However, a subsequent autopsy revealed that he had only passed away approximately a week before the discovery. So, how did he end up as a mummy? Well, the dry, salty air of the ocean had acted as a natural preservative, mummifying his body and leaving behind a haunting image of his final moments. Bajoret was discovered slumped over a chart table, reflecting the solitude and suffering he endured in his last days at sea. Number 17. Saturn V. Rocket engines. Renounced billionaire and the founder of Amazon, Jeff Bezos led a remarkable expedition to retrieve parts of Saturn V rocket engines from the depths of the Atlantic Ocean. This was more than 40 years after these very same rocket engines propelled astronauts to the moon. These engines were discovered approximately 3 miles below the ocean's surface, marking the perfect conclusion to the Apollo program. Describing the recovery site as an underwater wonderland, Bezos and his team embarked on a challenging 3-week operation to recover significant pieces of the engines. Following the successful recovery mission, Bezos expressed his desire to exhibit one of the engines at the prestigious Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum in Washington, D.C., and the other one at the Museum of Flight in Seattle. This unprecedented effort highlights the enduring legacy of the Apollo program and underscores the ongoing quest for discovery and innovation in space exploration. Number 16. Trapped in a shipwreck. In 2013, while serving as a cook aboard a vessel, Harrison O'Keefe faced a harrowing ordeal that would push him to the brink of his physical and mental limits. The ship he was aboard suddenly capsized and plunged into the dark abyss of the ocean, eventually settling on the seabed approximately 100 feet below the surface. Amidst the chaos and turmoil of the sinking vessel, O'Keefe found himself miraculously trapped within an air pocket located in the ship's bathroom. The ship itself had sunk to the bottom of the ocean. Stranded in a cramped and confined space, wearing nothing but his underwear, O'Keefe grappled with the overwhelming fear and uncertainty of his predicament. The cold and darkness of the ocean threatened to engulf him. On top of this, he had no food or water. For the 3 grueling days that he was trapped in there, his only solace lay in the faint sounds of marine life nibbling at the wreckage outside. O'Keefe clung to hope and prayed for deliverance as he awaited rescue. His prayers were answered when a team of divers, dispatched to recover bodies from the sunken vessel, stumbled upon him. The rescue, however, was fraught with challenges. Due to the prolonged exposure to depth, O'Keefe was now prone to decompression sickness, which can be fatal. Simply put, he could not be just taken to the surface as is, because rapid changes in pressure could have killed him. The rescue team swiftly transitioned O'Keefe to a mixture of oxygen and helium to alleviate the buildup of carbon dioxide in his body. After this, they transferred him to a diving bell and then to a decompression chamber. Following this, they took him back to the surface. O'Keefe's miraculous rescue was the culmination of sheer luck, unwavering determination, and the unwavering dedication of the rescue team. Despite enduring the traumatic aftermath of his experience, including post-traumatic stress disorder, O'Keefe displayed remarkable courage throughout this episode, and later on, he became a certified commercial diver.
All right, just keep him there and keep him calm, okay? Okay.
Number 15. Lightning strikes at sea. Getting struck by lightning is not something you fear only on land. It is perhaps even riskier out in the ocean. During intense storms, sailors face the potential danger of lightning strikes at sea. Lightning striking over the ocean is believed to be more luminous due to salt water. Moreover, rare superbolts, with flashes up to 100 or even 1,000 times brighter and more potent than regular bolts, are more likely to occur over the ocean than on land. Lightning tends to strike land more frequently, but when it does hit the ocean, it spreads rapidly across the water, using it as a conductor. This poses significant risks to boats in the vicinity. If someone finds themselves at the beach during a thunderstorm or observes lightning, the best course of action is to promptly exit the water and leave the beach area. Seek shelter in a sturdy building or vehicle. For those at sea, be sure to return to land-based shelter as quickly as possible. If this is not possible, stay low on the boat or take refuge in a cabin. Also, refrain from using electronic equipment to minimize the risk of accidents and ensure personal safety. These precautions are essential for safeguarding oneself and others from the potentially deadly effects of ocean lightning strikes. Number 14. The frilled shark. The frilled shark is a living fossil, meaning that the species has remained virtually unchanged over millions of years. With its eel-like serpentine body, which can reach lengths of up to 7 feet, and a mouth equipped with 300 trident-shaped teeth arranged in 25 rows, this creature commands a formidable presence in its deep-sea habitat. It excels as a predator, particularly when it comes to hunting squid. However, its elusive nature and remote habitat mean that it has been rarely seen by people. Despite this, the frilled shark remains a subject of fascination and intrigue among scientists. Frilled sharks are typically found in deep-sea habitats around the world, often at depths ranging from 200 to 1,500 meters, which is approximately 660 to 4,900 feet. They are known to inhabit waters near continental shelves and submarine canyons. They are believed to be sluggish and slow-moving predators, using their long, flexible bodies to ambush prey in the darkness of the deep ocean. Frilled sharks are ovoviviparous, meaning that embryos develop inside eggs within the mother's body until they hatch, at which point the mother gives birth to live young. They primarily feed on small fish, squid, octopus, and other deep-sea creatures. Their long, needle-like teeth are adapted for grasping and holding onto slippery prey. Overall, it is a fascinating and mysterious creature that continues to intrigue scientists and researchers studying the depths of the ocean. Number 13. Stranded in the middle of the ocean. A Brazilian fisherman, Romualdo Machado Rodrigues, found himself in a perilous situation when his boat sank off the northern coast of Brazil. What was meant to be a 3-day fishing trip turned into an 11-day struggle for survival in the vast expanse of the Atlantic Ocean. As cracks began to appear in his boat, Rodrigues jumped into a floating cooler in a desperate bid to stay afloat. After 11 harrowing days and nights, he was discovered by fellow fishermen off the coast of Suriname, where he was rescued and promptly transported to a nearby hospital. The story becomes even more harrowing when we account for the fact that Rodrigues could not swim. Throughout his ordeal, he also faced the constant threat of sharks, which would encircle the cooler. He also had to use his hands to remove any water that seeped in. Upon being rescued, Rodrigues recounted his terrifying experience, detailing the moments of sheer terror and the relentless struggle for survival. Despite the challenges he encountered upon reaching Suriname, including documentation issues, Rodrigues eventually managed to return to his home in Brazil. Number 12. The Ningen. The Ningen is a legendary creature from modern Japanese folklore. It is supposed to be an enigmatic entity inhabiting the depths of the Antarctic oceans. Its origins trace back to a 2007 post on a Japanese online forum based on accounts relayed by crew members of a whale research ship. Descriptions of the Ningen vary widely, and there is an uncertainty surrounding its existence. However, the allure of the cryptid persists, captivating imaginations and sparking debates about the existence of undiscovered species lurking within the ocean's depths. Cryptozoology, which explores the existence of creatures that haven't been substantiated by scientific evidence, continues to pique curiosity and fuel speculation. The discovery of the platypus, once dismissed as a hoax due to its peculiar combination of duck-like bill and mammalian traits, is the perfect reminder of our limited understanding of the natural world. There is always the chance for the unexpected to defy conventional wisdom and reveal the existence of creatures previously deemed mythical. With vast expanses of the ocean remaining unexplored and undiscovered, the possibility of encountering unknown species, such as the Ningen, looms as a tantalizing and, perhaps, unsettling prospect. There have been reports of alleged Ningen sightings by fishermen and researchers exploring the Antarctic region. Plus, several alleged photographs and videos circulating online claim to show Ningen. However, skeptics argue that these sightings can just as easily be misidentifications of known marine animals. For some, the notion of encountering such a creature evokes a sense of awe and fascination, while for others, it may evoke trepidation at the thought of the unknown lurking beneath the ocean waves. Ultimately, the existence of the Ningen remains a tantalizing possibility. Number 11. The Cancun Underwater Museum. The Cancun Underwater Museum in Mexico's Cancun National Marine Park has emerged as a distinctive destination that combines art appreciation with environmental conservation. Featuring over 500 sculptures crafted by artists from around the globe, this underwater museum offers a unique viewing experience while safeguarding marine ecosystems. The underwater sculptures are strategically positioned between depths of 10 to 20 feet in the ocean. They are not just for the visuals, though. They protect existing reefs and foster the growth of new coral. These sculptures provide habitats for marine life, with specially designed holes allowing animals to inhabit and feed. Over time, as coral and marine organisms colonize the sculptures, the museum evolves into a dynamic underwater ecosystem. This innovative initiative has proven instrumental in preserving nature while offering divers an alternative attraction. The concept for the museum originated from Jaime Gonzalez Canto, the marine park director, who observed the detrimental impact of divers on natural coral reefs. By diverting divers' attention to the museum's underwater art installations, Canto aimed to alleviate pressure on the fragile reef ecosystems, allowing them to recover and thrive. Since its inception in 2009, the museum has steadily expanded its collection and influence. By blending art with conservation, the Cancun Underwater Museum has successfully achieved its mission of protecting nature while providing an immersive and educational experience for divers, making it a model for sustainable tourism initiatives worldwide. Number 10. Remains of an extinct elk species. Raymond McElroy and his assistant Charlie Coy came across an astonishing twist of fate during a fishing trip in Northern Ireland. Instead of reeling in fish, they discovered something truly remarkable lurking in the depths of a freshwater lake. Monstrous antlers still attached to a skull. What they had stumbled upon were the remains of an Irish elk, a species that has been extinct for approximately 10,500 years. These enormous antlers, spanning about 6 feet across, belonged to a species that, despite its name, was not actually an elk, but rather a type of deer. It also held the distinction of being the largest deer species to have ever existed. Their discovery offers a glimpse into the past, highlighting the dramatic changes that have occurred in our environment over millennia and their impact on wildlife. Once roaming across Europe, North Africa, and Asia, the Irish elk now exists only as fossils found frequently in the lakes and bogs of Ireland. Number 9. A black hole. When a mysterious black mass appeared in the middle of the ocean on Google Maps, users on Reddit were intrigued and quick to speculate about its origin. However, it was soon revealed that the black hole was merely an image of VTO Island, a 56-acre uninhabited island owned by the Republic of Kiribati. Discovered by Russian explorers in 1820, the island is located approximately 400 meters northwest of Tahiti in the Pacific Ocean. Initially, Reddit users speculated that the dark blob might actually be a blurred-out military base, the remnants of a lost island, or even an anomaly related to the Bermuda Triangle. However, it soon became evident that the black hole was, in fact, the dense forest canopy of VTO Island. The island's towering Pisonia trees are nearly 100 feet tall on average and form a thick forest canopy that appears dark green from above. When densely packed, these trees create the illusion of a uniform black mass, resembling a black hole in aerial shots. While Google Maps often blurs military sites for security reasons, the unique appearance of VTO Island led to confusion. However, the island is anything but uninviting. It boasts a diverse ecosystem, hosting rare plants and animals. Number 8. The Baltic Sea Anomaly. Discovered in 2011 between Sweden and Finland by a team of ocean explorers led by Peter Lindberg and Dennis Osberg, The mysterious Baltic Sea anomaly remains one of the most enigmatic underwater findings to date. What sets this anomaly apart is its peculiar appearance, often likened to a massive disc-shaped object. It has a diameter of approximately 200 feet, and there is intense speculation about its origin. Some experts propose that it could be a natural geological formation, such as a glacial deposit or rock outcrop. However, others entertain more extraordinary theories, including the possibility that it is a sunken shipwreck, a submerged UFO, or even an ancient archaeological artifact. Adding to the mystery are the anomaly's unique features, notably a distinct trail-like mark behind it, hinting that the anomaly may have moved along the ocean floor before settling in its current location. This detail has fueled speculation about its potential artificial origin. Things are further complicated by the murky waters, challenging conditions, and the elusive nature of the object. Peter Lindbergh has tantalized the public with cryptic hints and tantalizing suggestions about the enigmatic object. He described strange stair formations and raised the possibility that this structure, if artificial, could predate the last ice age. However, skepticism looms large. Geologists like Volker Bruchert from Stockholm University suggest that the object may be more mundane than mystical. Samples taken from the site reveal materials consistent with glacial deposits. Without conclusive evidence, the mystery of the Baltic Sea anomaly continues to tantalize, leaving us to ponder the line between fact and fantasy in our quest for understanding the secrets of the deep. Whether it is a product of natural forces or a testament to lost civilizations, its enigmatic presence invites speculation and exploration. Number 7. Cenote Angelita. In Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula lies a hidden gem for scuba diving enthusiasts. Cenote Angelita, or Little Angel in Spanish, is a unique underwater spot with an interesting peculiarity. Here, a thin layer of hydrogen sulfate separates the saltwater below from the freshwater above. This kind of creates an underwater river. Diving into Cenote Angelita, one encounters an otherworldly landscape reminiscent of a terrestrial river. Fallen trees and leaves line the shores. The foggy layer above the hydrogen sulfate creates the appearance of flowing water, concealing the crystal-clear saltwater beneath. Cenotes are formed when limestone bedrock collapses, revealing subterranean water currents. Cenote Angelita, located approximately 100 feet below the surface, attracts numerous visitors eager to witness this captivating natural phenomenon firsthand. The ethereal and mysterious atmosphere of Cenote Angelita makes for breathtaking and haunting underwater shots. Here, divers can immerse themselves in the beauty and wonder of nature's hidden treasures, experiencing a sense of awe and fascination with every dive. Number 6. Blackbeard's ship discovered. In 1996, a search team from a private research firm stumbled upon cannons and anchors on the seabed near Beaufort Inlet. Excited by the find, the team conducted a recovery mission and retrieved numerous artifacts dating back to the 18th century, including a bronze bell, blunderbuss barrel, and cannonballs. This discovery sparked speculation that the wreckage was anything but ordinary. Instead, it was Blackbeard's legendary ship, the Queen Anne's Revenge. Blackbeard was a notorious English pirate who operated around the West Indies and the eastern coast of the American colonies during the early 18th century. He was known for his long black beard and a reputation for brutality, often using intimidation tactics to plunder ships and terrorize sailors. The Underwater Archaeology Branch confirmed in 1997 that the shipwreck was that of Queen Anne's Revenge. Historical documents corroborated the findings, leading to the conclusion that the wreckage was indeed Blackbeard's lost ship. To date, over 24 cannons, 2 large anchors, and more than 400,000 artifacts have been recovered from the site, shedding new light on the infamous pirate's maritime exploits. Even after all these years, it is still very harrowing. Number 5. The Finger of Death. Imagine exploring the frigid waters of the polar regions with a remotely operated vehicle and stumbling upon this. This chilling sight of a thin, icy structure descending from the ice above, reaching down towards the seabed, is known as a brinacle, also referred to as the finger of death. Due to its deadly effects on marine life, a brinacle is essentially a tube of supercooled brine. It forms in polar regions when sea ice forms, expelling salt and creating pockets of extremely salty water beneath it. The supercooled brine then begins to descend, forming a hollow ice tube around it as it moves downward. As the brinacle descends, it freezes everything in its path, including unsuspecting marine life on the seabed. The water surrounding the brinacle is supercooled, causing ice to form rapidly on contact. Any creature that comes into contact with the brinicle's icy touch can be frozen solid, hence its ominous nickname, the Finger of Death. Fortunately, it poses little to no threat to humans and is simply a curious spectacle for those observing it from a safe distance. However, for marine life in its path, encountering a brinacle can be a matter of life and death. Number 4. Whales sleeping vertically. Have you ever wondered how whales sleep? Recent studies have revealed fascinating insights into the sleeping behavior of sperm whales. While many believed that whales simply drifted and slept in the ocean, research published in 2008 unveiled that sperm whales actually sleep vertically. Wild sperm whales enter a full sleep state, awakening only in response to noise or physical contact. In contrast, sperm whales in captivity are believed to experience a form of half-sleep, to remain vigilant and responsive. Since this groundbreaking discovery, many have been eager to witness this phenomenon firsthand. Divers, in particular, have marveled at the opportunity to swim among pods of vertically sleeping sperm whales. Number 3. Bobbit worms. Also known as sand strikers, bobbit worms are renowned for their ambush hunting technique and remarkable adaptations. These worms derive their name from their ability to lie in wait, hidden within the soft sediment of the ocean floor, before swiftly striking at passing prey. They are adept ambush predators, patiently concealing their entire bodies within the sediment, ready to pounce on unsuspecting prey. This stealthy hunting strategy allows them to remain virtually invisible until the opportune moment arises. They have 5 highly sensitive antennae on their heads, which they rely on to detect vibrations and movements in the water. These antennae serve as their primary sensory organs, enabling them to sense the presence of nearby prey. When prey comes within striking distance, bobbit worms unleash their formidable mandibles with lightning speed. These worms exhibit a wide range of sizes. They measure anywhere from 4 inches to an impressive 10 feet in length. However, they are remarkably slender. While they have a relatively short lifespan, no longer than 3 to 5 years, they can reproduce, allowing them to regenerate body parts and survive potential attacks from predators. For survival, they quickly burrow into the sediment. With their unique hunting strategy, sensory adaptations, and remarkable resilience, these fascinating creatures continue to intrigue scientists and enthusiasts alike, offering valuable insights into the complexities of marine ecosystems. Number 2. Underwater pyramid. In 2010, a Portuguese sailor made a remarkable discovery while out fishing in the middle of the ocean. Eano Silva stumbled upon a perfectly shaped pyramid on his sonar, located 131 feet deep in the Atlantic Ocean. Further investigation revealed that the pyramid had a square base measuring approximately 8,000 square meters, and it aligned perfectly with the 4 compass directions. Silva reported his discovery to the Portuguese Hydrographic Institute, sparking immediate public speculation. Standing at an impressive height of around 196 feet, the pyramid is most probably the remnant of an ancient civilization. However, despite the fascination surrounding the find, the pyramid remains shrouded in mystery. Its exact location has never been revealed, leaving people to speculate about its origins and purpose. The enigmatic nature of the underwater pyramid continues to captivate imaginations, fueling ongoing curiosity and debate. Number 1. Zombie worms. Zombie worms are some of the most peculiar creatures lurking in the ocean's depths. These critters are experts at making a living in one of the harshest environments on Earth. the abyss. Now, you might be wondering, why are they called zombie worms? It's because of their creepy lifestyle. These worms are bone eaters, and they have a particular fondness for feasting on the bones of dead marine creatures that have sunk to the ocean floor. To do so, they secrete acid to dissolve the bone, breaking it down into a digestible meal. Since they rely on sunken carcasses, they don't move around much either. So, you don't need to worry about them suddenly latching onto you while swimming in the ocean. Besides, they usually chill at the staggering depth of 14,000 feet. This is far beyond the reach of even the most experienced underwater explorer. Well, that's all for now. If you loved this video, be sure to check out this other one on your screen. It will blow your mind.